Hola mga syo! Kumusta mo din ha? For today's video, I'm going to show you the Burgos Cathedral in Burgos, Spain. The Stone of Symphony of Burgos. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in the 13th century Castile, a land of warriors, pilgrims, and poets. The year is 1220-21. The city of Burgos, proud capital of the Kingdom of Castile, hums with merchants and travelers, especially pilgrims on their way to Santiago de Compostela. By the way, pilgrims, they are dedicated person that they believe that they follow the footstep of Saint Santiago. And then the Santiago de Compostela is in part of near Portugal. They go all the way there. It's either for bike or for walking. Okay? On a spring morning, the air smells of lime dust and fresh cut stone. King Ferdinand III stands beside the young bishop Maurice of Burgos, gazing at the foundation of a grand dream, a new Gothic cathedral, inspired by the soaring churches of France. Maurice, who had studied in Paris, wants Burgos to have a cathedral unlike any other in Spain, a place where heaven would seem almost within reach. The first stones are laid. Masons, sculptors, and glassmakers from across Europe gathered here. For decades, they worked tirelessly, chiseling angels and saints, carving portraits, and raising towers that pierce the sky. Slowly, Santa Maria de Burgos begins to take shape, a symphony in stone, echoing with chants and hammer blows. A century of faith and glory. By 1260, much of the main structure is finished. The cathedral's immense rose window blooms with colored light. Its ribbed bolts seem to float like wings. Pilgrims enter through the Puerta del Sarmental, where the majestic Christ in majesty watches from above, surrounded by apostles carved in lifelike detail. But Burgos doesn't stop building. Over the next centuries, noble families compete to add chapels as their eternal resting places, each trying to outshine the last. So, sa sulod sa simbahan, na ay mga chapels din na sa mga gilid-gilid. Mga tsada po naingon og museum ang mga chapels because they also, it's their bodies laid there. So murag sementeryo ba nga ilahang kunuhay simbahan pero naa sulod sa simbahan. So ang mga dato guning mga tawhana nga naa sa Burgos sa una. The Constable Chapel, Capilla del Constable, built in the late 15th century, becomes the cathedral's jewel, an octagonal space filled with delicate tracery, marble, and star-shaped vaulting. Beneath its dome, the Constable of Castile and his wife rest, their marble effigies lying in a peaceful splendor. Echoes of heroes and saints. Within these walls lies the heart of Castilian legend. The remains of El Cid, the famed knight Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, and his wife Doña Jimena, rest here under a simple stone slab. His sword once rung in defense of Christian Spain, and now pilgrims kneel where his bones lie in silence. High above, the choir stalls resound the polyphonic music. Sunlight spills through stained glass, painting the limestone in hues of sapphire and ruby. Each corner tells a story, the golden staircase, the papamoscas automaton that opens its mouth when the clock strikes 12, and countless sculptures that seem ready to whisper if you listen long enough. Through wars, reformation, and time itself, Burgos Cathedral endures. The 15th and 16th centuries bring Gothic's spire crowned with filagree, designed by Hans of Cologne, adding that unmistakable lace-like silhouette visible from miles away. In the 18th and 19th centuries, restoration preserved its majesty through fire, neglect, and Napoleonic wars. The people of Burgos never let the cathedral fall into ruins. It is, after all, their soul in stone. In 1984, UNESCO named the Cathedral of Burgos a World Heritage Site, recognizing it as one of the finest examples of Gothic architecture in all of Europe. Today, visitors still crane their necks in awe as its spire, its heavenly vaults, and the way centuries of faith have woven art and devotion into every inch. When the bells rings, they carry not just sound, but history. The echo of every hand, every prayer, every dream that built this miracle. If you stand in the plaza at sunset, as the golden light washes over its limestone towers, you can almost hear the whisper of the builders. We built this for God, but also for eternity. And so, after 800 years, Burgos Cathedral still stands. Not just as a church, but as a living chronicle of Spain's soul. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy Burgos Cathedral, and I will see you again tomorrow as I explore Spain and its history and culture. This is your Ate saying, remember, God will take you places you never dreamed of. Until tomorrow, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Hasta mañana.